is future and the last one is past, then how do we know that number 2 is present? I mean, ya dejándonos saber de lo otro, but we can tell, but number 2. How can we tell just by reading this sentence without any other context that this would be in the present?
Because the goalie is in the ground in the present moment.
All right. So even though comparing to the first sentence, in the first sentence it says there is 5 minutes left and the score is 3-3, our team could win. There is no verb that indicates that this is in the future. We're just reading the context of the sentence and dejándonos llevar de que todavía quedan 5 minutos. Y pues, of course, teams win when the game is over. So there is still time for this to result in a victory. So this is a possibility that's in the future. Ahora en este, there is nothing that indicates either there's nothing that indicates either past or future. So automáticamente we have to assume, based on the verbs, that this is present. Pero también, if we were to add the word now, the goalie is on the ground now. That doesn't change anything about the sentence. It makes it exactly the same. So yes, en este caso, but we have them all correct. The first one would be future, the second one would be present, and the last one would be past. Good job. So let's use could to express possibility. Okay, so in sentence A, well, premisa A, how was the movie? Could you understand the English? Not very well. I could only understand it with the help of subtitles. So let's take a look at this. One meaning of could is past ability, as in sentence A. Could you understand the English? Y sabemos que está en pasado because we have the verb was. Another meaning of could is possibility. In B, he could be sick has the same meaning as he may or he might be sick, or in other words, it is possible that he is sick. Let's read sentence B. Why isn't Greg in class? I don't know. He could be sick. Okay, so basically he could be, he may be, he might be sick, all mean the same thing, and it is possible that he is sick. Okay. And we're going to compare B and C now. So look at those dark clouds. It could start raining at any minute. In sentence C, could expresses a future possibility. Let's compare that to sentence B, in which it expresses a present possibility. Okay, so why isn't Greg in class? I don't know. He could be sick. Present. Look at those clouds. It could start raining any minute. That is a future possibility. So usamos el could, sea en presente o en futuro, to express possibility. And we use it in the past as ability. Okay? So could is past ability. Could expresses present and future possibility. So could is very versatile. Let's take a look at this thing over here. So, okay. Does could express past, present, or future time? What is the meaning? Is it ability or is it possibility? So tenemos dos cositas acá. We have to identify one of these and then one of these. So the first one, I could be home late tonight. Don't wait for me for dinner. Está diciendo that I could be home late tonight, que sería esta noche. No es ayer, no es hoy, perdón. No es ayer, no es ahora, es esta noche. So it's later on tonight. So this is automatically future. And then there is a possibility that this person will be home late. So that's why it is possibility. Okay? And this one, 30 years ago, when he was a small child, David could speak Swahili fluently. Now he has forgotten a lot of it. So is this past, present, future? Is this ability or possibility?
Past ability.
Past ability. Okay. And why past ability? Why not anything else?
Because 30 years ago, and he could speak, and it is ability.
Exactly right. So, estamos hablando de 30 years ago, que claramente es pasado. And then we say he could speak Swahili. Exactamente. So, está diciendo que él tenía la habilidad de hablar ese idioma, Swahili. But now he's forgotten a lot of it. So, y también, si acaso estaba en duda about 30 years ago, aquí dice now he's forgotten a lot of it. So, él tenía esa habilidad en el pasado and now he doesn't. So, yes, this is good. Number 3, where is Alicia? I don't know. She could be at the mall.
That's present possibility.
Present possibility.
Present possibility. And we know it's present because there's nothing to indicate past and there's nothing to indicate future either. You don't say, where is Alicia going to be? Or where will Alicia be tonight? We just basically have to assume that this is present because there is no other indicator. Okay, that's good. And then there's a possibility she could be elsewhere. She could be at the movies. She could be grocery shopping. But she could be at the mall. When I was a child, I could climb trees, but now I'm too old.
Has ability.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have past when I was a child. Okay, and tenemos en conjunto the last bit of the sentence, but now I'm too old. So sabemos que ahora you're older and you're no longer a child. So ya sabemos que está en pasado. And then I could climb trees. El hecho de que podía hacer una acción, that makes it ability. Okay. Number 5. Let's leave for the airport now. Yuki's plane could arrive early, and we want to be there when she arrives. Is this past, present, or future? Is this a possibility or ability?
Present possibility.
Okay, you say present and possibility. Let's take a look. So let's leave for the airport now. Yuki's plane could arrive early, and we want to be there when she arrives. So vamos a dejarnos llevar de the second, which is basically the last sentence here. Yuki's plane could arrive early, and we want to be there when she arrives. So está hablando that this plane is not here yet, but it will be here soon. It might be here sooner than we expect. So is that present or is that something else?
That's future.
That is future. Porque estamos especulando about something that is going to happen or something that might happen. So in possibility está correcto. But entonces en vez de ser present, it would be future. Because even though we are leaving for the airport now, why are we leaving for the airport now? Because we want to be there early para recibir a esta persona. So yes, exactly. This would be future possibility. And finally, number 6, what's that on the carpet? I don't know. It looks like a bug, or it could be a piece of fuzz.
Present possibility.
Okay, so what's that on the carpet? I don't know. It looks like a bug, or it could be a piece of fuzz. Okay, there's nothing to indicate past. There's nothing to indicate future. So we can safely assume it is present. Y entonces, is that thing on the carpet, is that doing anything? Not really. There is a possibility it could be a bug. There is a possibility it could be something, a piece of fuzz. So yes, okay. I would say that's pretty good. So we have future possibility, we have past ability, present possibility, past ability. Esto se repitió. Future possibility and present possibility. Fantastic. So después del 15 vamos para el 18. Okay. So we're number 18. It says check all the sentences that have the same meaning. So we're going to read these 3 sentences. We're going to analyze whether or not they mean the same thing. ¿Significarán lo mismo o tendrán un significado diferente? May I use your cell phone? Can I use your cell phone? And could I use your cell phone?
Number 2.
Okay, so number 2 has the same meaning as which one? As 1 or 3? Or do they all have the same meaning, or do they all have different
3.
meanings? So could I use your cell phone?
No, ellos están preguntando lo mismo.
Nayeli, perdóname que no te escuché bien.
No, que yo digo que prácticamente todos están preguntando lo mismo.
Exactly right. So they are asking the same thing, but there is a little bit of a difference in how they're saying it. So is it really the meaning, or is it something else? Let's take a look at this part and see how we can clear that up. So aquí tenemos something called polite questions. May I, could I, or can I? So a polite question, may I please borrow your pen? Could I please borrow your pen? Or can I please borrow your pen? And of course, they have possible answers. Que están aquí, yes, yes, of course, yes, certainly, of course, certainly, sure, okay, uh-huh. Or, uno negativo, I'm sorry, but I need to use it myself. Y otro sería, nope. People use may I, could I, can I to ask polite questions. The questions ask for someone's permission or agreement. So examples A, B, and C have basically the same meaning. Okay, so may, could, and can have basically the same meaning. The only thing is that one is a little bit more formal than the others. Okay, so in sentences D and E, we have can I borrow your pen, please, and can I borrow your pen. Please can come at the end of the question, as in sentence D, and it can be omitted from the question, as in sentence E. So you can make a polite question with or without please. But, to make it obvious, you can just say it. Okay, I think this one's pretty important. In a polite question, could is not the past form of can. We're going to see that very soon. Okay, let's take a look at exercise 19. It says, complete the phone conversations. Use may I, could I, or can I, plus a verb from the list. The caller is always speaker B. So we're going to use may I, could I, or can I con estos verbos ask, help, leave, speak or talk, and take. So we're going to fill in these blanks. Hello. Hello. Is Ahmed there? Yes, he is. Blank to him. Just a minute. I'll get him. So we have to make a polite question using may I, could I, or can I, usando una de estas palabras. So which of these should we use? May I, could I, or can I? Perdóname que no te escuché bien.
Can I talk to him?
Okay, so maybe can I talk? Can I talk to him? Sure. Just a minute, I'll get him. Fantastic. Hello, Mr. Black's office. Okay, so voy a darle un minutito. You guys can complete the rest of these. Son seis. You have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 5. So work on these by yourselves, and I'll be back in just a moment. Okay. So exactamente. Thank you, Swanady, for clearing up that doubt que tenía Lali. So basically, I just complete these, and es para discutirla ahora. I don't have an assignment just yet, so don't worry about that for now. So does anybody have number 2 ready? Dice, hello, Mr. Black's office. Blank to Mr. Black and blank who is calling.
Sería la A.
Okay, so my microphone is on. Okay. So let's just go for this first one. Hello, Mr. Black's office. Could I speak to Mr. Black? And then, of course, you can ask, may I ask who is calling? Susan Abbott. Just a moment, Miss Abbott. I'll transfer you. Okay. Hello. Hi. This is Bob. Blank to Pedro. Sure. Hold on. Who has the answer to number 3? Y si se fijan, you could use a lot of these interchangeably. It just depends on how polite or how formal you want to sound. Can I talk to Pedro? Sure. Thank you, Odalis. I talk to Pedro? Sure. Hold on. Okay. Good afternoon, Dr. Wu's office. Blank you. Yes, I have an appointment that needs change. Just a minute, please. I'll transfer you. Okay. So I gave you the first letter of each word just to make it a little bit easier. Good afternoon, Dr. Wu's office. I So if we know that this words begin with an M, how might I help you? Sure. How might I help you or how may I help you también funciona. I think this one looks a little better, so I'm going to leave it like this one. Yes, I have an appointment. I'll transfer you. Okay. Number 5. Hello. Hello. Blank to Emily.
I could leave.
And really, there's no wrong way of filling these up because, you know, we're just asking simple questions. May I, could I, or can I, plus one of these. May I, could I, or can I? May I, may I speak to Emily? She's not at home right now. Let's see. And could I TAM? Just dejándonos llevar. Wait, a message. Okay, we don't need that. Okay, so CIT. So it could be it could be and it could be which of these begins with a T. I talked to Josue. I just saw the message. Can I talk to Emily? I guess that we could say instead of talk, we can say take. I take a
No, esa la
message.
dije
We could
para
also
la
say,
primera.
could I take your message? Okay, no thanks. I'll call her. And finally, hello,
Sure,
blank to Maria. And let's just,
Professor.
para economizar tiempo, can I talk to Maria? She's not here right now. Oh, could I leave a message? Sure, just let me get a pen. So, si se fijan, a message can be left and a message can be taken. You can talk, you may speak. How may I help? Can I talk? Could I talk? Could I speak? There's maybe no wrong ways to do this. You know, algunos suenan mejor que otros. Some sound more formal, some sound more informal, but yeah. Let's go to exercise 21. Okay, so check the questions that are grammatically correct. Which two questions do you think are more polite than the others? So question 1 in the kitchen. Will you help me with the dishes? 2, would you load the dishwasher? 3, may you load the dishwasher? 4, can you unload the dishwasher? And could you unload the dishwasher? Okay, el dishwasher es básicamente una máquina que friega. I've never seen one in person, so I don't know. So basically, all these questions are grammatically correct. Ahora hay que ver which of these are more polite. ¿Cuáles son más formales?
Number one.
Okay, we have just enough time. So, will you help me with the dishes? Would you load the dishwasher? May you load the dishwasher? Can you unload the dishwasher? And could you unload the dishwasher? So, 2, 4, and 5, dice Josué. Josué, 1, 2, 4, and 5. Vamos a ponerlo más pequeño. No, en verdad no he escuchado nada un buen rato. Like nothing at all. Y tengo mis audífonos puestos, ¿qué pasa? Let me desconectarlo y reconectarlo. Okay, so desconecté mi audífono and I think, no sé si me escuchan mejor o peor, but I think I
No
should be able to hear. Ahora
no,
sí.
¿escuchan nosotros? Ok.
Oh. No sé qué pasó, yo creo que en lo que yo cambié de una cámara a otra, me cambió los settings de audio también, no sé cómo, pero pues, it happens. So, vi que Josué escribió 245, and pues, como se enteraron ahora, pues yo no escuché nada for a good amount of time. So, me estás diciendo 245. Would you load the dishwasher? Can you unload? And could you unload? I think
La
that,
primera.
por lo menos en mi opinión, I think the first one, because está pidiendo, will you help me with the dishes? Está pidiendo directamente si me puede ayudar. So it does sound a little formal, a little bit polite. Would you load the dishwasher? Can you unload the dishwasher? And could you unload the dishwasher? Para mí la 4 y la 5 maybe se pueden ir. Y en verdad I would change 2 to 3. So aquí tienes, will you help me? Me ayudarías con los trastes. And 2, may you load the dishwasher, que es una forma formal de decir, me puedes llenar, the dishwasher. But we'll see. Polite questions, would you, could you, will you, and can you? Con el otro grupo, I had a little bit of, yo lo explico ya mismo cuando lleguemos a eso. So in this one, let's go polite questions. Would you please open the door? Could you please open the door? Will you please open the door? And can you please open the door? So, of course, possible answers, yes, of course, certainly, I'd be happy to, blah, blah, blah. Of course, I'm sorry, I'd like to help, but my hands are full. Another possible answer could be nope. People use would you, could you, will you, and can you to ask polite questions. So, would you, could you, will you, can you? So, will you, would you, could you, and can you? Okay, so aquí, eso es lo que quería decirle. So, according to the book, it's saying that would you, could you, and can you would be the polite ones, and then this one would be okay. And it's saying that this one would be less polite. And I don't specifically agree with that. But anyways, examples A, B, C, and D have basically the same meaning. So would you, could you, will you, and can you significa lo mismo básicamente. Would and could are generally considered more polite than will and can. Esta sí. Let me highlight this. Would and could are generally considered more polite than will and can. I agree with that. Lo que sí no me gusta es esto que está aquí. Note, may is not used when you is the subject of a polite question. So, aquí dice incorrect. May you please open the door? Me puso a pensar, this book was written in 1985. This book is older than I am. Y el lenguaje cambia. El lenguaje cambia bien fuerte, especialmente today. So I really don't agree with this last part. So I'm just going to leave it like this. And everything else is pretty much okay. So, con el minutito y pico que nos quedan, let's make 2 different questions for each situation. Use you. So basically está diciendo que no usemos may, because it says may is not used when you is the subject. So you're in a room and it's getting very hot. Forman, would you please open the window? Informan, can you turn on the air conditioner? Okay, so basically to make it formal, we can use would, and to make it polite, we can use please. And to make it informal, we don't use either of those. So you're trying to listen to the news on TV, but your friends are talking too loud and you can't hear it. How do you ask them to lower their voices? How do you ask them to keep it down? How do you ask them to stop talking so loud? Formal or informal? Let's start with informal. And let's say, can hear the TV. You say lower your voices. And for formal, we could say, could you please lower your voices? Okay, so en ambos de estos, we use I can't hear the TV. And this one is a command versus this one is a question. So could you please lower your voices? And finally, you're in a restaurant, you're about to pay, and you notice the bill is more than it should be. The server has made a mistake. Informally, you could say, you could say something like this. I think there's an error. Could I please see my bill? Informal, you could say, Merawo. I'm kidding. You could say, show me the bill. Which could be considered a little bit rude. But what I'm saying is that, oh, this is actually asking for questions. So, show me the bill. Can you show me the bill? And he said, yeah, can you lower your voices? Question mark. Okay. And then aquí, fíjate, I want to erase all this. Okay. So I think this could be a good way to complete those formal and informal sentences. Me apuré y le dije la contestación in this last part because pues, basically time is up y no quiero quitarle mucho tiempo. I do want to say that este lunes no nos vamos a reunir. Se supone que no tengan ninguna clase el lunes. La UPR nos lo dio libre because elections are on Tuesday. No sé por qué nos dieron lunes libre específicamente, but I'm not going to question that. It's another free day. So, el martes, bien importante, vayan a votar. No importa por quién voten, aunque sí importa, pero I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. Just to vote. Si acaso cerraron la escuela donde usted normalmente votaría, or if this is your first time voting and you don't know where you're going to vote this year, asegúrense de averiguar, because that is important. So, no nos vemos el lunes. We will be seeing each other again el miércoles 4 de noviembre. Y entonces el viernes voy a subirle algo because I've been working with the novel that we're going to be using. Recuerdan que we voted for a novel. And I'm working on a couple of activities, a couple of things for that. Obviously, no van a contestar todo esto. It's just me organizándome. So, just giving you a little heads up. Que estén pendientes a Canvas el viernes at some point. Si no, pues I could just do it over the weekend, pero nada, pendiente a sus emails soon. So, guys, have a nice week. Nos veremos el 4 de noviembre. You too, Josué. Suchi, dile adiós. She's very sleepy. Lisanji, have a nice day. Gabriela, Natalie, Swaneidi, Odalis, Guillermo, cuídense. Liz Mari. Okay.